What's going on, guys? Alex here, back for a video for you guys. Today I've got a ban list prediction video, and this is the ban list prediction for the November 2018 ban list. So hopefully it will come out in November, and not December, because I really can't be bothered. I really am bored of this format right now. It's getting very boring, and so yeah, this is just going to be my prediction video. So recently I just haven't had the time to make videos. I've got a Cyber Dragon deck profile nice and recorded all ready for the upload, so that should be out within the next few days. Um, but for the time being, I've got a ban list prediction video. So, firstly, I just want you to guys to remember that this is my opinion towards everything, and some of it might sound very stupid, but you got to hear me out. This is all going to be under my opinion. If you agree or disagree, put in the comment section below because I want to hear all your opinions. Anyway, let's go straight into it. So the first card I want to mention is Summon Sorceress. So, of course, this card is ridiculous. This card is absolutely insane, very badly designed, and it's just way too overpowered for what it does. It's free summons. Now, the thing that I'm going to mention here is this card more than likely will not get banned. And you're going to be thinking in your head, like, whoa, 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 why not? Why not? This card isn't actually legal in Europe at all. In fact, it's only legal in the USA in the TCG. And this comes out as a promo in the Soul Fusion Special Edition, like box thingamabob. And that means one thing, that if they want to push the sale on that, they're going to have to keep this card legal. But I think they're going to keep it legal for like one format and then it's just going to go because this card is absolutely insane. And I don't need to say anything else about that. So next card I want to talk about is Firewall Dragon. Now, Firewall Dragon honestly will not get hit. This is the card that has complete ban list immunity due to the anime being, of course, way more important than a game that is dying because of one card, which is Firewall Dragon. This card is absolutely insane and it's boosting the best deck in the format, which is Danger FTK, which I want to talk about now. This is very easy to hit. Very, very easy. Konami are sometimes quite thick with what they do. In last list they hit in this list they currently hit a Assault Core, which was really stupid because now they look like idiots because it's done absolutely nothing, and you don't really want to hit Dark Worlds because the deck isn't actually good. It's only good because the FTK is a thing. It's like an old deck that people used to play back in the day. Sure, it was a pain in the ass then. It's boring to play against, don't get me wrong, but it's not exactly overpowered. The cards you go for are the burn cards. Cannon Soldier MK2, Toon Cannon Soldier, and Shadow Priestess of Ohm. And of course, Amazoness Archer, but I didn't have enough space on the screen for it. Now, these cards are, in my opinion, very broken. And when I say broken, it does not mean they're overpowered at all means. What a broken card to me is a card that can either be extremely useless or extremely powerful because it's used in the way that it wasn't supposed to be used in in like from the beginning. Like Cannon Soldier was an old card. Like people was just like, using it to tribute a monster and then inflict 500 points of damage. In fact, barely anyone was using this card because it was so damn slow, but we can special summon really quickly, and Firewall Dragon has shown us how fast we can special summon and how fast we can get cards out on the field. And these burn cards are the problem. There are infinite loops that you can do to get your opponent's life points from 8,000 to 0 in within like a minute, and it's absolutely ridiculous. It's so unfair, and in my opinion, all these cards just need to be banned, flat out banned, because it is ridiculous. And people completely forgot about Shadow Priestess of Om for a while because the whole thing with it is Cannon Soldier and Toon Cannon Soldier are the main ones used because they're the most generic. But Shadow Priestess of Om is nearly just as bad because the whole thing with it is it's a dark monster, but it, you're tributing a what's it called, a dark world monster, that and dark world monsters are dark, right? So of course Shadow Priestess of Ohm is going to be an issue. So I think all these cards should just be flat out banned. Card destruction's next, and like I'm just gonna get this out of the way. Who the fuck thought this was gonna be a good idea to take this off the list? It's an absolute joke. I mean, personally, I think it should just go back to 0 on the list because it's absolutely insane. It's doing more damage than it was intended to. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I mean, I use this in Light Swans, and it's just funny. It's like a huge boost. Um, and I just don't agree with the card. anyway, let's go next on the next archetype. So the first thing I want to mention is Topologic Gunblar Dragon. In this deck, in Goki, this card is utterly insane. I mean, like, Goki right now has to be the, I say second best deck if you're in the USA, third if you're in Europe, because Goki just extra links, and extra linking is just unfair. It's boring to play against, and you know, you just can't do anything. But Gumblar just makes it even worse than it already is. Gumblar just hand loops and makes your opponent's hands like have cards from 5 to literally 1 within a turn. I mean, people are abusing Dark Law as well in with Gumblar loops, and it's just so unfair because like hand loops I've always had a problem with, and of course yes, Gumblar Dragon's effect is a hard once per turn, but you can still summon during your opponent's turn, so it's not hard to get the effect off. Like we've seen Shadow Mist being summoned and special summon to Gumblar Arrow, cards being discarded during your opponent's turn, then activating Mass Change and banishing more cards. Like, come on, that's just absolutely ridiculous. So I think Gumblar Dragon should be just going flat out to 0. It's very, very annoying. Next three cards I want to mention are Armageddon Knight, Malicious, and Grepher. Now, these three cars are very, very interesting. Armageddon Knight, people really are looking at and thinking needs to go to 1. Personally, I thought that originally. Same thing with Grepher. People said Grepher should go to 1 as well. But to be fair, you got to look at the elephant in the room here. The card that's got is really sitting on the hot spot right now is Malicious. Personally, as much as I love GX, as much as I love Heroes, Malicious should personally go to 2. This card is a free special summon, and getting out Isolde basically starts off the plays with literally zero effort whatsoever. I know, yes, Isolde is a very powerful card, but it shouldn't be easy to summon. Like that's why we got rid of MX Saber and Boca because it was just allowing too many plays. Malicious is similar. It's free summons, and this is what is ridiculous. All you have to do is banish a copy of Malicious to summon a copy of Malicious, and then you can do it again. It's ridiculous, and I do think that Malicious should just go to 2. 1 is useless, so 2 I think is fair. It's just 1 free special summon, but like going on 2 is just free summons, free summons, free summons, and it's just boring and ridiculous. So I think Malicious to 2 would be very fair. Sky Strikers are next on the list. I mean, I think this is the second best deck in the current format that we're in, and in my opinion, there are 3 cards that are on the hot seat. Engage, Widow Anchor, and Multi-Roll. Now, Engage people are saying should get put to 2. I'm totally against this card being hit at all. And the reason why is because it won't do anything. Like, literally, you have to go for the main problem cards. And in my opinion, the main problem cards are Widow Anchor and Multi-Roll. Widow Anchor is basically a free steal, and it's a quick effect as well. It's not like Mind Control. It's like an actual free steal altogether, and you can of course use that card as link material, which is utterly insane. Multi-roll, on the other hand, people have been looking at it, and it's actually been on the hot seat for a while. The reason why I highly disagree with multi-roll is because Sky Strikers overall are a control-based deck. But with multi-roll, it turns into a control-based deck where you can't respond. Your opponent can't respond. The whole thing with that is it's just like you can't negate activations of spells, and you know it's very very easy to pull off. It's like okay, activate multi-roll. Any response? Nope. Okay, now you can't negate anything for the rest of the time. It's ridiculous, and you know. I'm totally okay with control decks being a thing, but I'm not okay with them not having a weakness. And this is the whole thing that multi-role does is it brings a weakness. This is why we see cards like Shared Ride being used as well, because if you've been multi-rolled, then there is a high chance that you are not going to be able to do anything. So using Shared Ride just gives you free draws, just so at least you have some resources. Multi-roll is a incredibly unfair card in my opinion. I think should be limited, not banned or even put to 2, just put to 1, because at the end of the day, the card's still searchable. Widow Anchor, on the other hand, I think should just be put to 2, and that's it. That's it for Sky Strikers. If there's still a problem in the future, go for Kagari or something. But for the time being, I think this is okay. Altergeist Multi-Faker is on the next is next on the list. Now, I think Multifaker, they might just do the OCG route and just put Multifaker to 2. It's a very powerful deck. Again, a control-based deck, but of course, Sky Strikers are just better. Altergeist are amazing, and Multifaker is a free special summon and allows pure consistency, especially with personal spoofing. It's a great card. The only thing you have to do is, of course, just special summon it, which you can use personal spoofing for. Or you can use any trap card that is basically in face down, as long as Multifaker is in your hand, and even Marionetta can special summon it if he's in the graveyard, if Multifaker's in the graveyard. So, I think Multifaker to do would just be a very good thing to do. Very easy to hit Altergeist, and if it's still a problem, then you limit it. But for the time being, I think 2 totally fine, and that's it for Altergeist. Thunders are also on a hot spot because, personally, I think that the only thing Thunders need is just a little slap on their wrist, just to make sure people know that yes, they are on the list and they are meta deck. Thunders, of course, they've just came out, so there's no reason to hit them directly. So I think putting Gold Sarcophagus maybe just to 1, it just gives them a little bit of a slap on the wrist. So I know it's not really going to be like a big hit, but it just doesn't allow effects to go off for free. So I think Gold Sark to 1, that's not really a problem. Scapegoat, I can laugh at this card for a long time because putting it to 2 literally did nothing. Token generating cards, again, as I said, a broken card is a card that is being used in the wrong way, and Scapegoat is being used in the wrong way. Beforehand, it was just like a protection card, and then people were using it with cards like United We Stand and all that sort of stuff. But I think Scapegoat going to 1 would be better. That way, it actually just makes what's it called Trickstar players sit down and just remember that they've also got a deck that's powerful. So I think Scapegoat to 1 just stops easy token generating, and yeah, that's it for that card. A Assault Core I think just needs to come off the list now because if the burn cards go, then A Assault Core can come back because it was so stupid putting it to 1. Like really, you should have just gone for the burn cards, Konami. But if they ban the burn cards, then Assault Core can easily come off. It's not going to do anything. ABCs aren't really that powerful anyway now. There's more better decks out there. So I think A Assault Core going to 1. Next up, I have Shura and Necros of Brionic. And as you guys know, there's some new ritual cards coming out and some really nice ritual support, really, really good. So I think bringing Shuret back and Necros of Brionic back would just be really good because, as you guys know, they've nearly got full power Necros in the OCG, and guess what it's doing? Absolutely nothing. So I think these 2 cards can easily just come off. Maxi, and now I'm always going to look at you people who said Maxi should be banned a lot. I'm going to keep looking at you and smiling and laughing because this ban was ridiculous, and people are still uncertain or are like why Maxi was banned. And personally, I think Maxi should now come off the list. Special summoning is basically easy as fuck, and it's all of a sudden just vomiting all over the field. And because you can get extra linked and stuff, I think putting Maxi back to 3 would just be a really good idea for Konami to do. That way, it actually makes people who are going to extra link think, is it really worth extra linking them? Because it's going to allow them to draw like so many cards and so many resources that can pretty much just change the game next turn. Personally, I think Maxi should just go back to 3. Period. El Shaddai Construct is next. I think should just come back to 1. Apparently, there is some nice new reprints coming out, and Construct seems to be one of them. So if they want to push the Construct sale, then yeah, bring it back. I mean, to be honest, come on, like it's not going to do anything, and you made a Link monster. Similar to Wind Up Carriers and Mighty, it's not going to do anything at 1. I mean, Link summoning kind of ruined Wind Ups anyway. I mean, sure, we've got their maintenance, but yeah, if you make a Link monster for the archetypes, no reason why you can't take the card off. Anyway, that's it for this video. If you enjoy it, make sure to hit that thumbs up and smash the thumbs up button and leave a comment. Subscribe for some more videos and be alert that Cyber Dragon deck profile will be around the corner. So anyway, my name is Alex and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.